Good afternoon, everyone. Let us start this laboratory session. So today we will conduct the first experiment, which is on the bell crank lever. So the aim of the experiment is to verify the principle of moments. Okay. So this principle of moment is nothing but the third condition of the equilibrium, which is summation of moment zero. Okay. So to verify this principle, we are using the apparatus that is called as a bell crank lever. So here the diagram is shown for the bell crank lever. So this is the bell crank lever. Okay, so this bell crank lever, basically it is the L-shaped lever or the 90-degree lever. So its schematic diagram is like this. Okay, so this is one rigid member or the rigid link. So this link is pivoted at this point. Okay, pivoted means this is the hinge point. Like this. Okay, and this horizontal portion or this arm, this is called as a weight arm. And this vertical arm, this is called as a tension arm. Okay, so this given position, this is the equilibrium position for the given bell crank lever. Now to verify the principle of moment, so I will explain what is meaning of principle of moment. So principle of moment means if the system is in equilibrium, then the summation of clockwise movement on that system or on that object, it must be equal to the summation of anti-clockwise movement. Okay, so this is nothing but the principle of moment. So if the system is in equilibrium, and basically this is the third condition of equilibrium. Okay, so if I take this value on the negative left hand side, then we can write this total summation of moment by all the forces in the system about any point. Let us take that point as a O. So it must be equal to 0. Okay, then the system will be in the equilibrium. So we will verify this equilibrium, that is the principle of moment, by using this apparatus. So on this weight arm, we will connect one dead weight. Okay, so here you can see this is the dead weight H. So this dead weight, it is attached with respect to this hinge point. Okay, so this hinge point means what? It will allow the rotation. So this complete lever, it can rotate in this direction when we apply some force or we attach some dead weight. So this is the dead weight, which is a W kg, and it is connected at some distance. Let us take this as a X distance. Okay, with respect to this pivot point. So here pivot point is the point O. Now here you can see one arrangement. So here we have connected this spring balance. So this spring balance, it will show the value of tension. Okay, so when we attach the dead weight, what will happen immediately? This complete lever, it will try to rotate in this direction. Okay, so just I will draw the disturb position. So here the dotted line, it represents the original equilibrium. So when we apply the dead weight, you can see this rotation. Okay, so because of this weight W, this complete beam, sorry, complete lever, it will rotate in this direction. Okay, and it will disturb the original equilibrium, where the weight arm, it was exactly horizontal and the tension arm was exactly vertical. Okay, so in order to bring this complete lever in the original equilibrium, we have this setup. Okay, so here you can see there is one screw and nut arrangement given. So this is the nut provided and this is the screw. Okay, so we can rotate this nut and we can increase the amount of tension in this spring balance. Okay, and therefore the tension force, it will get applied at this point on the tension arm. So this is the tension. Okay, so as we increase, as we rotate this nut, it will increase the tension. Okay, so finally this is the tension. So we will go on increasing this tension value till this vertical arm, it comes to the original equilibrium position. Okay, so finally the lever, it will be again at the original equilibrium, and at this condition, this is the final tension value. This weight W, it will remain same. We are not changing the weight, we are just changing the tension value by adjusting the tension in the spring balance with the help of this nut and screw arrangement. Okay, so this distance, this is the X, and this distance, this is Y with respect to this pivot point. Okay, that is a point O. So this is W. Now we will refer this principle of movement. Clockwise movement, it must be equal to anti-clockwise movement. So here, if you observe this free body diagram, then what is the clockwise movement? W into X, this is the clockwise movement, because that W, it will try to rotate the complete lever in this direction. Okay, so here clockwise movement is W into X. If the system is in equilibrium, this moment, it must be equal to anti-clockwise moment. So the tension T, it will create the anti-clockwise moment about the point O, and it will try to rotate the complete beam in this opposite direction. Or in a simple language, this tension T, it will create the opposing moment to the moment created by W. Okay, so this W into X, it must be equal to T into Y. And for this condition, we can say the given system is in equilibrium. Okay, so we have to just verify from the experiment whether the clockwise moment created by the external weight W, it is equal to the anti-clockwise moment created by the tension. Okay, and this tension we can adjust with the help of this nut and screw arrangement in this spring balance. Okay, so your experiment is, we will add the weight, suppose it is 1 kg. So here we have added 1 kg mass at a particular distance X. Okay, so because of that, it will disturb the equilibrium and this lever will rotate in this direction. Okay, now here we will adjust the tension in the spring balance by rotating this screw and nut arrangement. Okay, and then we will bring the vertical arm in this original equilibrium position. So this tension value we have to find out from the experiment. Okay, so this value we can directly observe on this spring balance. Okay, so this may be in the kg or Newton. So you can see this is the spring balance. So all of you must have seen such type of spring balance. Okay, so on the spring balance, we can measure the value in Newton or we can measure the value in kg or gram. Okay, so this spring balance will directly give the value of tension in terms of kg, Newton, or in terms of gram. Okay, it depends upon the unit mentioned on this spring balance. Okay, so this is the overall procedure for this experiment, that is a bell crank lever, and the name bell crank lever, it is given So this type of levers, they were used in the missionary churches to ring the bell. So bell crank lever, it can change the vertical pull into horizontal motion. Okay, so just I will show the construction to ring the bell. Okay, so this is the bell crank lever. Now this bell crank lever, this vertical arm is connected to this striker of that bell, and this horizontal arm is connected with the rope. Okay, so if you want to ring this bell, then just we need to pull this rope. So we can apply some force on that rope. So this is the pull force. Okay, and due to this bell crank, that is the bell crank lever, will rotate in this direction. Okay, so this will cause this vertical movement into the horizontal movement. Okay, and then it will pull this striker, and then we can ring the bell. So this is the arrangement which is used to ring the bell in the missionary churches, and therefore the name is given as a bell crank lever. Okay, now this lever has got the application in the automobiles. So it has got so many applications. So I have shown here one of the application. So basically levers, this is used to transmit the load from one point to the other point, and even it can amplify the load. So here you can see the one application. So this is used in the suspension of the truck. Okay, so you can see this in the truck. So generally this type of lever arrangement, it is used in the rear suspension. So this is the bell crank lever. Okay, so this bell crank lever, it has a similar construction as that of the schematic diagram. Okay, so in the schematic diagram, we had the bell crank lever like this. Okay, so we have one point on the horizontal arm and on the vertical arm. Suppose we apply the force F, the force will get transmitted on the vertical arm like this. Okay, just take this as a T, and this point is the pivot point. So pivot point means it can allow the rotation. So here you can see the similar construction. So this is the pivot point. At this point, so actually this arrangement is the suspension, which is called as a leaf spring. So you can see this arrangement in the truck or bus. So this is one link, and it is connected with this bell crank lever. Okay. You can see this is the bell crank lever arrangement. Actually, this complete portion, it is just to give the extra strength to that lever. Okay, but basic construction is like this. So when some force is transmitted at this point, let us take this point as A and B, and this is the pivot point, which is the point O. So this force will be transmitted horizontally like this. Okay, so this arrangement is nothing but the bell crank lever, which is used in the suspension of the automobiles. Okay, so here I have shown the equation, which is the principle of movement only for one weight. And here we have connected two weights. Okay, so this is the free body diagram. So at this point, we have the hinge support. Then here, so this is the spring balance. And this is the fixed support. Okay, so this spring balance, it will give the value of tension. And here we can add the weight like this. Okay, so for this equilibrium, we can draw this free body diagram. So W1, W2, two forces or two weight at distance x1, x2. Then T, it is the tension in this spring balance, and it is at distance y. So here y is fixed. So this point it will remain fixed where the spring balance is connected with the vertical arc. For the experiment, we will only change the distance of W1 and W2. Okay, so we will have different values of x1 and x2 for the experiment. And then we can write the equation for the principle of moment as summation of clockwise moment. This is equal to summation of anti-clockwise moment. So here we can write the equation for clockwise moment as W1 into x1 plus W2 into x2. Okay, this is equal to anti-clockwise is tension into distance y. And from this, if you want, you can find out the tension T theoretically. Okay, and then you can compare this value with the tension in the spring balance. Okay, there can be a slight change in the theoretical value and the experimental value. Okay, because if there is some error in the spring balance, then we will get some variation. So we can check this theoretical value with the T experimental, that is from the spring balance. Okay, or you can directly verify this relation, whether the clockwise moment it is equal to the anti-clockwise moment. Okay, so this clockwise moment you will directly get from theoretical equation. Okay, and this anti-clockwise moment you will get from this experimental result. Okay, so this part it is based on the experiment. Okay, so this is all about the theory. So just I will show the simulation, how the beam will rotate when we apply the weight W. Just I will share the new screen. Okay, just let me know whether it is visible to you. Okay, so this is one software simulation for the bell crank lever experiment. So just here I want to show that as in the theory, we have studied that hinge support, it allows the rotation. Okay, so that actual rotation you can observe, and this is the effect of moment. Okay, so it is similar construction. This is your bell crank lever, and here we have attached one dead weight. So this can be 1 kg, 2 kg. Okay, so right now I have attached this at some 660 millimeter distance. Okay, and here this is the spring. So just I have shown the spring. So this is the internal construction of your spring balance. Okay, So in a 3 dimension, you can observe. So this is the construction in the 3 dimension. So this complete part, it is the support. Okay. This bell crank lever, it is only pivoted at this point, and it is supported by this spring. So now observe the rotation. So right now we have attached some weight. Okay, so I think this is 3 kg. Now just observe the rotation. Okay, so this will happen when we attach some weight at this point. So basically here, right now, the moment created by this W, it is anti-clockwise. Okay, and here this spring, it is giving some tension, but that tension is not sufficient in order to keep this in equilibrium. Okay, so here by adjusting the screw and nut, we will increase the tension, and then we will bring the bell crank lever at the original equilibrium position during our experiment. Okay, but here you can see how the pin support allow the rotation. Okay, so now I will share the recorded session. Okay, is the video visible? So this is the physical setup for the bell crank lever.